What's going on, guys? It is your boy Joel TFD here. Welcome back yet again with a brand new review for you guys today. Today I am doing the Eyes of Wakanda series review, and honestly this series is actually generally not that bad. I thought the last two episodes actually kind of like it did have like somewhat of an impact for me personally than the first two episodes, honestly. But I'm here to finally give you guys my review. But before we head straight into it, just want to say really quickly, definitely hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It will really mean a lot if you guys help me reach that goal. But we're also very close to hitting 950 subscribers, so if you're new and haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. Anywho, let's head straight into this Eyes of Wakanda series review. Now, honestly though, again, the last two episodes I honestly really loved. The first two episodes, like, there were some moments where I was like, okay, that's not bad, you know, but the last two episodes I really did like, you know. The whole thing with Iron Fist, you know, I thought that was actually pretty cool, honestly. I really loved the mask, honestly. I loved the design of it, and I also really loved the action of that Iron Fist too, honestly. I will admit I kind of forgot the name already, but the way that she was like fighting and everything, I just love the kind of like the animation style, honestly, when it comes to the fighting style, if that makes sense, you know. I don't know, it just looks pretty cool, you know. Like, there's this one moment, and I think it was in episode 2 actually, where I forgot what the character was for that. It started with the B, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but like happening with like some kind of spear, you know, and then like they caught it at the same time, and then just it was just so cool. I was like, okay, that was a cool ass moment, I ain't gonna lie. And then this last episode too, honestly, I actually really liked the intensity of this episode, you know, because of the last Panther, you know, from the future, like from 500 years, so that's like around 2300 something, you know, because the last episode kind of took place in 1896 if I'm not mistaken, so it definitely was like around 2300 2400. So I was at first when she said that she was the future Panther, I was like, oh shoot, so this must be like from like 100 years or something, like at least 2100 or something like that, you know. But nope, it's actually like way farther. So I was kind of like, oh shoot, okay, that's actually not that bad, you know. At first I was like, wait, isn't the Watcher supposed to like prevent some stuff like this, you know? But I guess it's supposed to happen because at the cliffhanger, well, not cliffhanger, I would say the ending of episode 4, I thought it was cool just seeing Killmonger just there, like looking at the artifacts like he was in the first movie of Black Panther. So I thought that shit was crazy, yo. I was about to say cool, but then I wanted to change it to crazy, honestly, so it just came out as crazy. It was crazy, alright. I actually really did like this episode a lot, honestly. I really did like the final episode. I think this episode generally carried like the whole series in my personal opinion, but I did also like episode 3. This series isn't nothing too crazy, honestly. I definitely felt like it could have been like an animated movie, you know, or they could have done a lot more, you know, in some type of way when it comes to the artifacts. Killmonger was looking at the artifacts, you know, so like we definitely could have explored more artifacts, you know, if the series was a little bit longer too, honestly. But who knows, who generally knows with the support that the series gets, honestly. I highly doubt they'll make a season 2, honestly, but like it was actually alright, you know. It wasn't the best, you know, it wasn't great, you know, it wasn't anything amazing, but it was decent, you know. I think that's the best way I could really put this series, honestly. It was good though, it was good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was generally really good. I just really wish that it wasn't 4 episodes long, you know. I wish it was maybe at least 7 or 8, you know. I would say 6 possibly, but I don't know. I just kind of am kind of iffy about, I guess, the episode like length when it comes to the series, you know. I don't know, it definitely is kind of like underwhelming in some type of way, because it's also nothing too like seriously connected, you know, even though it is kind of, you know, but it's just not that like big or of a, you know, connectivity, if that makes sense, you know. I think that's what Marvel's kind of missing a little bit, you know. But yeah, honestly, I really thought this series was kind of decent, you know. It's not the best, but it is pretty decent. That is going to be my review though for Eyes of Wakanda. If you guys did enjoy this review, definitely hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what you guys think of the series, honestly. I would love to know your guys' input of the series, so definitely comment down below. Anywho, peace out, guys, from you guys too. Enjoying your day, make every day nice day. Everyone stay positive and be positive. You guys already know to have a positive mindset. Peace.